Welcome back to Lead, Our World Lead now. The October surprise, the dreaded mythical bombshell revelation so damaging it could stop a candidate's march to the White House. It's a fear more acute and far less theoretical this year because of WikiLeaks, the self-regarded radical transparency group. They're already responsible in some ways for the resignation of the DNC chairwoman and other senior staffers after they published 20,000 emails, many of which showed a coordinated effort within the Democratic National Committee to, at the very least, discuss ways to smear Bernie Sanders. A few minutes ago, I spoke with the founder and editor-in-chief of WikiLeaks, Juliann Assange. I started by asking him about criticism of WikiLeaks and other hackers who publish emails, phone numbers, and credit card numbers with no discretion, with even Edward Snowden saying WikiLeaks' hostility to even modest curation is a mistake.
Well, they don't understand what modern-day digital creation is all about. But it's important not to confuse the information that WikiLeaks has published about the DNC, 20,000 pristine emails, not denied by anyone, that has led to 4 resignations, with material that other people are publishing. We can't comment on, what other people do. We can just speak about what we do. And what we do, and have a 10-year history of doing, is publishing pristine archives under the rubric of scientific journalism, which we invented. The readers can check the accuracy of any story, and that material can go on to be used in litigations and prosecutions. We don't contaminate the evidence. That's very important to show that there's been no contamination of evidence. And Hillary Clinton, of course, and her team naturally have tried to distract from the very real revelations that led to these resignations at the DNC with anything they can, desperate to try and criticize, amazingly, their opponents as being Russian agents, or the media, us, or the Intercept as somehow being Russian agents. I think that's extremely worrying trend in this election, that there has been such polarization and use of national security to try and demonize another candidate, in this case, Trump and Hillstein.
The thing is, though, months ago when the DNC hack happened, CrowdStrike, which is the cybersecurity company, they said, and a number of others have said, that the hack appeared to be Russian hackers with ties to the government. So I know you don't comment on who gave you the documents, but it's not like it was made up out of whole cloth. Russians have been fingered by not just politicians, but people in the cybersecurity community.
So, you should understand, I'm a computer security expert for 20 years. Everyone is hacked by, everything is hacked by everyone, basically. If you're a major company, major political party, you end up getting hacked or attempts at hacking by criminal hackers, by ideological hackers, by insiders, by nation states, etc. That's very normal. US intelligence officials have said to the Washington Post that there is no evidence of a connection between those hacks and what WikiLeaks have published. That's said in the Washington Post, and the head of the DNI has also come out and said that the media are hyperventilating about there being clear connections along those lines.
And what's your response to people who say, why are you, a non-U.S. citizen, so seemingly determined to affect the election here in the United States? That's what some critics have asked.
Well, I mean, it's a Clinton campaign talking point, once again, to distract from the revelations which caused the top 4 officials, including Debbie Wasserman Schultz, to resign. Of course, they're desperate for anything. WikiLeaks is a media organization operating for 10 years. We operate report on all different countries. We have staff in the United States, etc. So, that's what we do for every country.
Your lawyer is going to be writing a letter to Attorney General Loretta Lynch, I understand. What is this letter?
Yes, our DC lawyers are delivering a letter tomorrow to Attorney General Loretta Lynch, asking her to explain why it is that the now 6-year-long national security and criminal investigation being run by the DOJ against WikiLeaks, the reason I have political asylum, has not been closed, because the DOJ, through its actions, seems to be setting a new standard by closing the Hillary Clinton case. Hillary Clinton case has only gone for 1 year and it's closed under the basis that James Comey said they couldn't establish that there was an intent to damage US national security. Now, in our case, there's no allegation that we have done anything, WikiLeaks as an organization, except publish information for the public. That's the only allegation. And so there's a problem here. Hillary Clinton's case has been dropped. The WikiLeaks case continues. The US government had to say under oath in 2013 that not a single person had been physically harmed by our publication. So you don't have intent. You don't have any serious harm. So why is it that the, quote, pending law enforcement proceedings against WikiLeaks continue? The United States government has said that those proceedings continue on May 16 this year in US federal court.
Julian Assange, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.